Monday, October 20th. Let's see. Good day, good evening, good afternoon. It's going to be a general reading. Anyone can resonate. Any sign. Man, woman, he, she, they. We're just going to be tapping in. See what needs to come out. Hello. Let's see. Have the mic on mute for a second. That's the insatiable image. Handling business. Okay, what's the overall energy for the collective? Kamala Devi. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. And Dharma of Kali. So beautiful. Okay, so just looking at the numbers alone, 25 and 37. 2 and 5, that's the number 7. So there's things that are being learned here. Understanding strength, power, illusions, their own feminine energy. And then with this 10 here, there's a cycle closing. Because there's learning, there's a cycle being closed. These images are just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And some things have to be cleaned up. I see. This is the Kali Oracle. I love me some Kali. She don't play at all. at all. We witness her beauty, and all struggle melts into grace. Upon a grateful sigh, the heart softens into her protection and radiates peace. Her presence transforms frustration into inspiration, fatigue into replenishment, and overactivity into effortless attraction. She is the golden pathway of divine manifestation and peaceful contentment. She empowers your heart to receive with the same generosity, openness, and grace that you express when you give freely and joyfully. Abundant divine blessings are upon you. So it's giving like all the good that someone has done, unbeknownst to them included, it's coming back. It's talking about, you know, that divine feminine energy, like I said, and just being beautiful and graceful. Going and being in flow. Her every action is infused with loving purpose. Every challenge and every opportunity in your life exists by her divine design. Her spiritual intelligence is within your heart. When you trust in your integrity and proceed according to your soul's values, you are trusting and empowering her to be at cause in your life. Everything that is happening is part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established. You are being led into it. What's wrong, babe? It says, it does not ask what others think about a matter or how we will be judged for acting in a certain way. Rather, it inquires as to what resonates as the most spiritually aligned course of action. It considers how we can speak and act in such a way that those inner values are respected. Commanding presence and power is giving being your authentic self. Your most abundant success will align with your integrity. Allowing things to flow to you, being in the essence of flow. Thank you. I did them myself. I'm so excited. I'm saving $75 every time I get my nails done. It's so great. Where are we going next? Kindness. Somebody has been sprinkling love and joy all around the world, and they're getting it back. Okay? Determination. Embodying love, embodying that what would Jesus do, or you know, what would allowing yourself to receive it, knowing when to give and when not to. Kindness and determination, 17 and 10. Another 10. And then we have 16, safety, freedom from hurt. We got Bambi on here. We have, what's her name? Nala? The lion from The Lion King. And then we have Shere Khan on here. So lots of cat energy. Earth energies and feline energy. You can't go out there. You have to sit down and you have to be okay. All right? Don't come over here. Freedom from hurt. So there's some type of letting go and taking responsibility that needed to have happened to be here, because I can't say this word, but this card talks about releasing past, releasing hurts. And then going into hermit mode. Reflection into self. Being at flow and one with the universe. Knowing how to do that is important. Creating a safe space within yourself. One more. I like this energy. This energy is I feel like whoever this reading is for, you've already been told to let go of certain things from the past. People, places, things, mindsets, habits, behaviors, ways that you see the world that's not really helping, how you react to certain things that's not really great for you. Definitely there's a duality here. Being gentle but savage at the same time, because with this feline energy, you know, it ain't nothing to play with. Okay. Someone here has a pure heart. Okay, and then we have some things that you needed to toughen your skin on, because she has tears. I mean, some of us have stretch marks in that area and some of us don't, but look like there's some tears on her. So there might have been a scuffle, spiritual scuffle or physical scuffle, but you know, whatever. But it was like there was a rescue. And so now you're just needing to release these things from the past, and then going into hermit mode, going into the solitude, maybe what's necessary before you move forward. You're probably already there, or you're about to be, but there is a time period after you close the cycle where you have to, you know, see what you learned. The lessons are, you know, of the utmost important. But you have to see what you learn mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, whatever the case may be. What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about other people? Relationships, business, as a mother or as a father, as a husband or wife, a boyfriend, girlfriend, in all areas of our lives, of our natal chart. You know, thinking of the houses, what's coming to mind is the 7th house. She's on this towel, but that could easily be like a yoga mat. So maybe someone is into yoga. Maybe someone is wanting to get into yoga. Maybe someone is wanting to incorporate more practices that cultivate peace, where you can be vulnerable. With this safe haven here, I feel like it's someone's solitude could be their safe haven. Someone may go into hermit mode as a way to protect themselves, which, you know, hermit mode is necessary, but we shouldn't stay there. We need to be seen, you know, our voices need to be heard. We need to interact with people. And this is coming from someone who absolutely loves their personal space. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I also know that they're, you know, I have to be in the world sometimes. All right. And your career or your job may call for you to be, or where you're going next may call for you to be amongst people. And then we have direction, movement towards desires and guidance. So one of these cards up here from the Kali deck spoke about things coming into fruition and things like that. So I feel like this is just the in-between worlds, the release, the recharge, and then the desires, moving towards what your heart's desires, moving towards what you really truly want, and being in the flow. And maybe someone's divine feminine energy was kind of suppressed, or whatever the case may be, but harmony here is at the bottom of the deck. And at the bottom of this deck is talking about releasing and letting go. So maybe when you finally release and you finally let go, there is going to be some harmony reinstated, or you're going to find harmony within your home, within your immediate environment. Okay. There's this card talked about your integrity being, I think it said abundance or something like that. Your dreams or something is going to come to you. You'll find alignment within your integrity. Something to that effect. So there's a balance that's needing to be had. Being honest. Being whole within yourself. Walking around, you know, knowing full well that you could be like, just knowing that your shadow is there to protect you, and then knowing that your shadow is also there for you to understand yourself better. I think I meet people who suppress their shadow all the time, but then they don't find creative, healthy ways to be in balance. They just continue to suppress, and you know, it happens, right? What's that? One of the cards is left over here. It says support. Okay, that's consistent. I split it to put it in there, and it says tribe. So you'll be meeting soul tribe once this harmony, once this flow, once this peace comes in. Okay, let's see what you're releasing here, right? Let's help you out there. And I left my other deck in the shop. Okay. What needs to be released? You know what song is stuck in my head? Kelani, Folded. That song may be significant for somebody here. Child of nature, the bottom of the deck. Friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. And we do have a bunch of animals on these cards. Are those mushrooms? They sure are. And these ladies are outside. Okay, so let's see. What needs to be released? What needs to be let go? How does whoever this reading is for step into flow? So you need to create. So, you need to create. You need to let go of other people's thoughts or perceptions of you. That ain't none of your business. That's all for them to think. Okay? Put your time, you could put your time into doing things, creating things, music, painting, someone does clay, that make you happy. Where you feel a sense of calm, where you feel, once you're finished creating whatever it is, you're proud of yourself. Give yourself pats on the back. I woke up today. That's a good one. Some people don't get to do that. But be proud of yourself and everything that you have done thus far. Celebrate yourself. Okay? Don't overdo it, like how some people might say, I worked really, really hard. I did all this. I did that. I deserve a new bag, a new shoe, whatever. Keep it to a minimum. Okay, what else? Journaling is, is important. Monk, nun, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Okay. So you could be someone who likes to help. Well, we know that because we have kindness and dharma. So you definitely have done things, whether in the spirit or, the physical, where you're receiving good coming back to you multiplied. So praying, meditating, whatever is your thing, the title of the act really doesn't matter, but tapping in with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, that's important. Keeping that connection with yourself, your higher self. Sharing your story. You're not gatekeeping, like helping the next one. Okay? And not looking for the reward, not looking for, there's a specific word. You know where I'm going with this. Someone is needing to really take off, unzip what you've been conditioned to believe about yourself. How other people treat you or have treated you in the past, because who you are today going forward is different. How people have treated you in the past, what people have said to you, what they said, overlooking you, and just certain situations that would just make you so you don't think that I deserve that, or truth, honesty, whatever the case may be. Unzip that. That is not who you are. You weren't even then. You weren't that then. And you're surely not that today. Okay, you don't need anybody else's chair team to make you feel confident, so that you can know that you're confident. You don't need that. Anything else? What needs to be released? Trickster. That's interesting. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. And it came out sideways. I don't know if you peeped that. But shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. So with that, I feel like there's a need to do something different with your daily life, with your health routines, with beauty routines, work. I feel like someone needs to shake something up. Okay, something may be feeling very tedious, like being in neutral for everything. With that manipulating others through duplicity, I feel like there's like a small, someone may like to take advantage of the fact that people just assume that you'll do this or that. And then you switch it up on their ass. Or maybe you have the ability to read people like that. That's awesome insight. Picking up on patterns of people. Maybe people have picked up on a pattern about you, and stepping into this divine feminine energy, leaning more into your feminine energy is what's going to change things up. Anything else? So this is a journey of finding your power, your true self, your reaching your highest timeline, your highest, being fully connected to your higher self is what I'm getting from this. Scribe came out sideways, and then we have, these are all slanted. We have Knight, Virgin, and Pioneer. Pioneer talks about being passionate about doing something that you know has not been done before. Also, what I'm getting is move in silence. With that trickster energy, move in silence. Everybody don't have to know everything. Okay? And that's what feminine energy does in general. If you look at the behavior of cats, they're super quiet. They read the room. They're very perceptive about everything. And they predict behaviors as well. So, yeah, move like that in one way or another. Knight, loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. There's an energy of people wanting to know certain things about you or what you know, or maybe you want to know something about someone or what they know, whatever. Keeping your heart pure, not allowing dark energy to, I won't even say dark, not allowing the bullshit that comes with being having the human experience taint you. Scribe says preserving knowledge and information, shadow attributes, altering facts, or plagiarizing other work. So there's a level this is where the integrity comes into play, right? So don't be a copycat. Don't sometimes if you're creating something, right? If you're doing something that no one else has done before, sure, you're going to be inspired. You're going to have those spirits, those energies around you to help you get whatever this project is done, right? But you're going to get the full blast of that energy, that inspiration, there's the word, that inspiration, when you can sit in silence, when you can tap into your higher self and your team, when they're able to speak to you, whisper to you, because you're not out here alone. Don't seek that outside of you through other avenues, venues, media presences. You have to be yourself. With this pioneer energy out here, it has to be original. Whatever it is that you create, it has to be in copyright. What do you need? What's important for you to know right now? Whoever this reading is for, what is important for them to know right now on this journey? Going back to when I said like not gatekeeping, obviously there are things that you have to keep to yourself. With this scribe that came out, preserving knowledge and information. So you need to write. Like witches, they'll call it a grimoire. Some people will just call it a journal. Like, for example, I think it's important because I've watched so many people handle their parents passing. I think it's important for parents to get like a notebook and write down everything. Write down policy information. Write down credit card information, or, you know, just insurance information, trust, company information, everything that that person who is going to be looking through those things, that they need to know everything in one book. Something like that. I mean, obviously, I'm not giving it all away, but there's a need to document and write things down as it comes to you. Some people in this world, they'll know certain things, but they'll teach someone else something in a manipulated way so that it could benefit them. That's not good. That's not a good thing. Because when you step into a role, it's there's a level of responsibility that you have, especially when you start speaking things, and there is some karma there. Okay, but with this Dharma out here, you ain't got nothing to worry about. All right, so what is it that you need to know at this time? Moving forward, what is it that you need to know at this time? Moving forward. Treasure Island. That's card 9. The Fates. That's card 17. 17 is out here twice. One more. Thank you. And then we have card 11. By the book. Elephants and turtles could be of significance. Fairies. She has fairy wings. So pretty. You know what I like about this deck the most? There's always some kind of hidden face somewhere. That looks like, that reminds me of the creatures in Avatar. When they were riding them. The second one. Treasure Island. The Fates and By the Book. Just from the words alone. There's something that's coming into you. Like I said, it could be inspiration. It could be finances. It could be a person. After you make room for it, of course, and we release and we let all that bullshit go, right? We learn our lessons and things like that. Take responsibility. And we allow our bodies, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies to be lighter. Okay? The Merkaba is you can travel better. There's a protection there from just doing your own shadow work, right? Anyway, there's something that is meant to happen. There's something that's supposed to come in, and it's going to take a level of discipline, structure. It's giving Hierophant kind of energy, like you knowing the rules and playing by them, because like universal law, something like that. Card 9, the law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains and sharing of good fortune. I know that's right. That's a trustful. Okay? The manifesting is Someone manifested something and they believed that it could happen for them. The fate says acceptance that there are things you cannot change and knowing what those things are. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I think that's called the Serenity Prayer. So there's something coming in for you, which is great, right? But you can't control how it's going to come in. You can't control the walk. No, the situations or opportunities that have to align to get there. Again, abiding by the book says, abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, and universal laws. I actually do want to read this. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thoughts, and the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior reflecting. So you could be part of that. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. So things are happening. So you're in a state of flow. You're in a state of receiving, right? Letting go so you can receive. Yeah. There's a pause and reflection that's needed. Yes, there's a level of understanding that you're needing to have about things that are bigger than you, your immediate environment, your town, your state, the country. You're needing to have about what's at play. There are things you cannot control, but you absolutely can follow universal law. You can learn it, understand it, so that you can be in flow with it, right? Bottom of the deck, we have Come to the Edge. And this is making me think of another card. It says, the edge of evolution feels messy. That's out of this deck down here. And then you have new life after that. And then serendipity. So this could be uncomfortable or it could not. It just depends on if you're giving resistance. It's a good energy to be in. It's a good, because I feel like there's like a learning curve. There's grace in this arena. That incense is killing me. So this is the chakra oracle, right? So just to help you kind of pinpoint what's energetically needing to be worked on, okay? What time is it? Okay. Divine consciousness. Interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. So things are kicking up a gear. So maybe there's a need to understand that we're all connected. Maybe there's a need to understand that we are all part of the whole. Like we're all just droplets of water out of the big ocean. You know what I mean? Anything else? Someone's consciousness is expanding and understanding universal laws and you and the parallels and all that stuff will help you expand there. Personal boundaries. Okay, so we're talking about solar plexus. I can. So you can start affirming I can to change your subconsciousness. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not any of that stuff. I just know what worked for me. It says choice, assertiveness, empowerment, and authenticity. What I do know about the solar plexus is that generally holds experiences from 15 to 21 or 22, something like that. And that is where, in those ages, where we start to decide what's best for us. I'm not going to make pancakes the way my grandma taught me to make them when I was 7. I'm going to do it differently. Or you know what? I don't want to be involved with this group, religious group or whatever that I grew up in. I want to do this now. Whatever the case may be. It's breaking out of, remember I said unzip? Take off what you've been conditioned to be. Okay, and standing in it, knowing your power. Anything else? I looked at this card and I heard I got to break free. So inner child, playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. So this is also about supporting the inner child. And I mentioned something about painting, creating. If somebody maybe have liked to roller skate or ride a bike or swim or whatever that is, there's something in your inner child that's going to help you with creating whatever this is for you. Creativity, it says imagination, expression, originality, and passion. What did you want to do when you were younger? What were you told, no, you can't do that, or be quiet, or because we have the throat chakra here, all right? So what do you need to speak up on? What were you told that you can't say or do, or, those things. So those may be some hard rewiring, hard resets that may have to happen. I want to get one more. And then I'm going to go to the spiritual as fuck and then angel number. More solar plexus. Okay, so there are some solar plexus meditations that you can do. Something that just came to mind, what you can do is you could take a shower, right? Cleanse and, shower with intention, right? To remove all of people's energies, blah, 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 energy from the day, da-da-da-da. You get into your sacred space, whether that could be a dedicated space or just sit quietly in your room, on the floor, wherever is comfortable for your body, right? And you get a notebook, okay? This is not going to be a long, drawn-out meditation. You could do that separately. You get a notebook or put your phone on voice record, but put it on silent. And then concentrate. You visualize your chakra system. You're going to sit with your legs pretzel if you can, or butterfly. And you're going to visualize your chakra system. Root, sacral, solar, blah, 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 blah. You want to be able to see it in your mind with your eyes closed. Then you're going to focus on your solar plexus. And just sit there. Just imagine the yellow. Take note of if it's a bright sun yellow, a mustard yellow, a school bus yellow, whatever. Take note of those things and just speak it. I see yellow. I see sparkles. I see a wheel, a cloud. I see it's. Say what you see. Then you're going to take some deep breaths, and then you're going to, whatever thought starts to roll in, I don't care what it is, don't dismiss it. Just speak it out loud or write it out. Everything that comes to mind. And then you can either, in that moment, you're going to know how to let that go, or you're going to take that recording or those writings and meditate on, think about it later on, or ask your guides how to help you change that or let it go. Okay? Hope that helped. Self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. So, 6th house energy. I knew I was picking up the routine. Okay, so there's something that you need to be disciplined at. You're going to start it. You're going to be consistent. And you're going to do it like you ain't never done it before. Every day. Whatever that is. And you need to know that you absolutely can do it. You are absolutely worthy of having whatever this that you really, really want. Treasure Island talks about, remember, it talks about manifesting it, believing it, and allowing it to come to you. Okay, we don't have control over how it's going to come, but I can assure you it's going to come in when somebody is in alignment for it. And that alignment is going to be significantly different for whoever this resonates for, each person, right? Being responsible for whatever it is that you want. Okay, you are her sole proprietorship. Okay, so someone could be doing something in business. Okay, let's get some things that's going to help them with the solar plexus here. Okay. Also, when your lower chakras are in alignment, it's easier for the other ones, the upper ones too. Okay, prayer is dope as fuck. It sure is. Not giving a fuck is better than revenge. Vibrate so high that toxic people fall back because they no longer know how to approach you. So what I'm getting is that there could be like little BS in your environment. Ignore it the best way you can. Stoicism is important here with this lion tiger energy. Don't hurt them. Okay, don't hurt them. We can't control other people, but we can control ourselves, our own emotions. Okay, courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. Oh shit. Get off your ex's page, say a prayer, and go the fuck to sleep. Okay, call bullshit on your bullshit. That's part of being disciplined. That's part of at a certain point in life we do have to reparent ourselves, right? Because some people, it's hard for them to admit it because the trauma bond could be so strong, but they didn't have a rule book, a guidebook. They didn't know things. Our parents have messed us up in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And we do have to say, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to think like that anymore. I don't want to carry on those behaviors. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Think twice before you give a fuck. Yeah. I bought a t-shirt that says all out of fucks because I needed a reminder to let that, don't even let it get close to the trigger. Because for this energy to be coming out, for me to go towards that Kali deck, I know when someone gets taken there, oh, it's on. Don't get taken there. You are in control of your emotions. They didn't make you mad. You allowed that to creep into your energy. Once you start laughing, you start healing. Okay? And these angel numbers come with a journal prompt. So you don't have to write it down. You don't have to do any of that. Just something for you to think about. Someone has a charm bracelet. Something about a charm bracelet. (994) Honor goals. Examine your current opportunities. It's time to redirect and make decisions that honor your goals rather than your short-term gratification. The current opportunities presented to you need careful examination. Consider at this moment how your current daily activities feed into your long-term vision. Ask yourself now if they will help you or hold you back, from your ultimate dreams and goals. So more of that 6th house, Hermit, Virgo energy. Take a look at your natal chart, Cafe Astrology, or astroseek.com. Just Google astroseek because there's like another website that comes up. It's kind of weird. But anyway, you get your natal chart done. You need to know the time and the location that you were born. And look at what's sitting in your 6th house. And that's going to be the energy that you're going to need to find balance with. Okay? And then your 10th house, because that's talking about your goals. Okay, angels. Let's get one. Thank you. Advice, 451. This is an alert from your angels. They are around you with strong messages as to how to proceed in a tricky situation. And they will use anything they can to reach you. Your angels can be crafty, so prepare to be surprised. Repetition is their favorite way to hit a message home. Draw another card while asking for more specific advice. So, for a few of you there, ask your question, and whatever comes out, I'll read it. Okay? (7-11). I'm going to do two more shuffles. Is that it? And imagine. Persistence, 7-11. Reap the rewards of your efforts. You've been working very hard towards your goals, but at some point you have to take all you've done and benefit from it. Your angels ask you to honor your growth. Reflect on something you've been working on for a long time and think about how far you've come. Really give yourself some credit for lessons learned, tasks accomplished, and fears faced. Give yourself a pat on the back. I know I said that a little while ago. So, heavy channeling here. This is just confirmation for what I said. Imagine 487. Thank you, y'all. Contemplate what will be. You are invited to use your inherent skills of creation. Your angels ask you to practice visualization. Okay, third eye. Sit in meditation. Remember what I just said? Visualize it. Sit in meditation for 5 minutes and allow yourself to visualize your daily world as if what you want has already happened. Feel your feelings fully. See the colors of this life vividly and allow yourself to wonder at this brand new world. 433, angels oversee, ask for help. Okay? Write down that it says, you may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go into life lately. Your angels acknowledge this and ask you to put your faith in them. Write down the decisions you've been putting off, then ask your angels for divine guidance about how to proceed. Draw another card while asking for insight into your next steps. My advice when you reach out and you ask them for help, go to bed early. Go to bed way before you start dozing off. Go to bed. If you normally go to bed at 11, get in that bed, showered, in your PJs, moisturized, face mask on by 8 o'clock. So that you can wake up and still remember the message, the conversations, or whatever the case may be. Or at least you're not tired enough to where it's a dead sleep. There's a level of being conscious while sleep that you will have. All right, y'all, it was awesome. I love this. This is great energy. Do it. Bye, y'all.